Welcome to Winging It. We're playing Elden Ring today, which is, of course, different from my normal content. Maybe even a crazy thing to do, because I'm normally a card game player. But I've been playing this game a lot. My wife and I, Miss Winging It, and I have been playing this a lot. She's the one who really got me into it. Of course, everybody in the world talking about how great it is has helped, including the lead designer of Arkham Horror, the card game. If you're here for Elden Ring, you should check out Arkham Horror, the card game. It's a great card game, so much fun. And maybe I might appeal to some Soulsborne kind of sensibilities. But anyway, I'm going to be playing the Wretch here. Just not because I'm good or exceptional or, I just like the zero to hero feel. It feels, when you earn everything you have, that's kind of a cool feeling. And I started that, and now just every time I play, that's what I'm doing. So. We're going to go with the Wretch. I'm going to take the Keepsake. I'm going to take the Golden Seed because I like having extra pots at the beginning, because I think the early game is the hardest part when you don't have like any gear or anything. We're going to make this guy look like me, and sort of what I look like anyway. I'm not that young. Anyway, this is so I'm certainly not an expert player or anything like that, so I wouldn't expect pro strats or tips or anything like that. I'm definitely not. This is my first Soulsborne game, and I was really terrible at it when I started, and so, I've improved a little, but I'm still not great. I'm not going to be using summons, either players or spirit ashes, because I've beaten the game with summons, and it was fun. It was cool. I enjoyed collecting them all and playing the mimic tier and everything, but it's more challenging and interesting now after I've beaten it to try to do it without, just a little bit of challenge without doing like the crazy challenges like, killing everything with like a level 1 Wretch, which I'm not going to do. I will be joining other players. I will sign up to help other players beat the game because I find grouping up fun. So I'll help other players with their progress. Now, if you're new to this guy is designed, we're supposed to die to this guy. You'd have to be something special to beat this guy, which I know some players do. It's not going to stop me from trying, but I want to see how many hits I can get on him. This is the longest I've ever lasted against this guy. 2 hits and I'm down, by the way. Yep, there's one. Oh, yeah, see, 2 hits and I'm down. Alright. Oh, well, it's okay. So I guess I actually could have taken a hit there, but all right. Anyway, you spawn back here. This is like the tutorial area. That was just like, hey, welcome to the jungle, or whatever this place is called. So anyway, we got our flasks. We got a healing flask, and we got a I call it like a mana flask, but it's actually focus is what it is. So I'm gonna put it here on my bar so it's easy to get to, and then. We're going to go get started. Alright, we're going to drop down. This is the tutorial area. We're going to do the tutorial area. So we are a Tarnished, which is kind of like an outcast who's being brought to kind of serve the greater will, who's kind of like the god of this land. But he's actually just one of potential gods. Alright, there we go. And so, yeah, the lore it's not all clearly explained, but for pretty much we're this really weak guy who's the outer god has tapped to come and try to improve things. So eventually I can just hit this guy enough. I'll get a crit, and he'll die. Get through his shield. Just whack it till it dies. That's kind of my approach here. So as I mentioned, I'm playing a Wretch, which most characters start at like level 10 or something around there, but the Wretch starts at level 1. And all my stats, if you look here at my stats, they're on the right, where it says Vigor, Mind, Endurance, all 10s. Which, when you start another class, you start with like appropriate stats for your class. So you'll start with like, you know, maybe like 16 in strength or something. I don't know what the actual numbers are. It's telling me about skills, which is just, you know, I can give myself a little buff. There are better skills than this one, but that's what I use the mana for, or the FP for, as it were. So, to tell you how bad I was when I started this game, this guy, this boss, quote-unquote boss, which is like an average mob they were about to face, that this guy took me, I died to him so many times the first time. So I just didn't really understand the combat in this game. I understand it better now, but it actually took me a while to understand the combat, if I'm honest. Alright, so here we go. Soldier of Godric. So you got a stagger. Now, when we're doing these crits, we're actually invincible, which doesn't matter if you're only facing one guy, but if you're facing a lot of guys, that can, you know, matter. You're also invincible when you're doing this roll like this, and your rolls will be longer the less gear you're wearing. So I actually am going, if you look over here on the equipment, you can see on the right, there's the equip load, and it says light load. I'm going to try to stay at light load through as much of the playthrough as I can, which means I'm going to be running around without clothes on for a while. So, you know, that offends your sensibilities, may not be the game for you, or, you know, the playthrough for you, because you can actually start off with clothes, and, you know, most characters start off with clothes. Alright, so this here is a dungeon. It's locked off for us. It's got, you have to put two stone sword keys in to get through there, and those are items that you find. Alright, so this is a little item that allows us to do multiplayer. You can sign up to group up with other people, multiplayer. So, but you can also use summoning pools, which allow you to, you know, you can say, hey, like, I just want to sign up for all these dungeons, and then people will see your sign, and if they like what they see, they'll bring you in. So, alright. So now we're going into the big wide world. We're out through the tutorial area. Oh, that dungeon that I was talking about, by the way, that we passed, it's really, really hard, and something you don't want to do until, like, the very end when you're leaving this zone. So, we're going to go talk to... Okay, so this is telling us about the Grace. These sites of Grace, they are like... They're the campfires. They're kind of your safe spots. It's where you resurrect. You refresh all your flasks, and your health, and all that kind of good stuff. And when you die, you lose all your runes. Runes is that number, 586, down in the lower right. So if you lose all your runes, you can't use those. Those are for leveling up and for buying stuff. And then... if you die, you drop them. If you don't pick them up before the next time you die, then they're gone forever. So this guy is... He tells us he's kind of a hostile to the Grace, the god, and all that kind of stuff. He really wants to, like, invade and kill other tarnished. So. Anyway, and he also gives us a hard time because we're maidenless. I guess you're supposed to have a maiden that guides you and helps you, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And yet, whether you're a male or female character, you still are supposed to have a maiden. But we are maidenless, so we have to kind of make our own way. This guy over here is like the first bad guy that you run into. He is really hard. You don't want to mess with him until you definitely get some levels. So we're still at level 1. And we're going to run up to, there's another set of Grace here in this church. We're going to go ahead and grab it. Now, instead of spending our first runes to level, every time you level, it gets more and more expensive to level the next time. Instead of spending our runes, we're going to walk over here. We're going to pick up the smithing stone, and then we're going to buy some stuff from Kali, who is a vendor. So we're going to purchase a crafting kit, which lets us craft supplies. We're going to get a torch. which is just can be useful for if we have to go underground for some reason. Alright, so he says goodbye. We're good. Alright, so our mission now is to find an actual weapon. Having clothes doesn't matter as much, but actually having a weapon is important. A weapon that we can use, at least. So, we're going to go kill this soldier, and maybe he'll drop... It's a very low percentage chance, but, you know, it'd be nice if we could get a weapon from one of these guys. Let's see, there's another one over here. See, everybody that we kill is giving us runes. So not much finesse here. We're just bashing them until they die. Now over here to the left is going to be the first cave. Well, the first cave of this playthrough. Seems to be naturally where I would go. So I would really like to actually have a weapon before I do this cave. All the caves have like a bunch of mobs and then a boss. So we're going to get the Site of Grace. Oh, the other thing about Sites of Grace is you can travel to them. You can just go to the map and then you can travel to them. So that's a good thing. This is a summoning pool. So you can register with it, like, you know, make it functional. And then after that, you can go to your multiplayer and say, hey, go to this and say, I want to sign up. And then people who are looking for somebody to group up with, they can find you and they can summon you. So probably should have rested at that Site of Grace, honestly, but there is a sword over here. We don't have enough strength to actually use it yet. So that's a thing. Alright, here we go, Site of Grace. I doubt anybody's going to want to summon a level 1 wretch, but maybe we will. I'm going to rest here, I think. Yes, so this is
Have you heard of
Melina. She'll say she's not our maiden, but she'll act like a maiden if we'll promise to take her to the Erd Tree, which is like the central magical, you know, area in the middle of all of these lands. Oh, we should add charge to our flask, which I hadn't done yet, and that gives us 1 more flask. So we did have 3 health flasks. Now we have 4 health flasks. We don't want to be here at night. At night can be spawning some nasty things. So let's not do that. Alright, so we are in the morning. We're going to run over here. We're going to deal with this guy because we should, because he's in our way, and there's going to be a sword. Whoops. I got him to put down his guard, and then oh, I thought I could kill him before he would stab me. Alright. Healing up. And we're going to grab this sword here, because now we're not strong enough to use this sword yet, so we have to get our strength up to 12, so we'll probably do that. There's a map right here, and there's also a guy here who, if he sees us, will call all his buddies, and we're not strong enough to take on all those guys at once. That guy won't call his buddies, but this guy with the horn will. So we're just going to go kill him quickly. We're going to get this map. And then run away from... Oh, we got 2 of them. That's not too bad, though. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to get a crit off. Oh no! Stop hitting me. It hurts. I got excited there. I saw a drop. I might thought that this sword guy might drop a sword for me. Because I can use, if they have the straight swords, which actually is my favorite weapon, which is probably weird, but I just like the straight swords. But anyway, I can use them with my current strength. Oh, we got a smithing stone. That's nice. Smithing stones will help you upgrade your weapons, so I think I mentioned that. Anyway, there is an item over here that we want. What's our health? We have 1 flask left. We can probably kill this guy. Alright. So there is like an area down here that we want to go to. Oh, so we gotta deal with this guy and his dog. Just leave me alone, doggo. We actually have enough runes for a level. If we can get up to 12, we can two-hand that longsword. We can't hold it normally, but we can two-hand it, which is probably good enough. But I would like to have a weapon that we can one-hand so that we can use a shield when we need it. I usually don't use a shield, but there are some times. I'm focusing on the guys with swords because, you know, I'm just hoping that I might get a sword from them. Alright, so we got all of our items that we want. I'm just going to go over and farm these 2 mobs over here because I could, you know, again, just trying to get a sword. And there's actually there's a flail here that we can get, although we don't have the stats for it. Alright, so here we go. Alright, there's a flail. Now, as a style of play, I am not planning to farm for runes. I'm just going to I'm just going to play the game. Because what I found is I end up over leveled for stuff anyway, just by doing all the content. So I really don't want to sit here, you know, and just farm just to level up. Like, always be trying to do something. So we're going to increase our strength because we want to be able to use that sword. Let's see if I have... there are these runes. I don't think I picked up any, but... Okay, well, I picked up one of these runes. If I break this, it's worth 200 runes, but that's not enough to get another level. So I think we're just going to move on with our lives. We're going to go back to... We have... After we talk to Melina, we have then this witch named Renna shows up, although she's not really named Renna, but that's for later. And she's going to give us our spirit ashes, which we're not going to be using those, as I said, to do summoning, but you know, I still like to get all the stuff. I mean, this is not like a 100% clear, but it's fun to get all the things. So, okay, well, so I wonder if we could do that dungeon. Do you think we could do that dungeon? Maybe we can. Let's rest until the daytime. Talk to her again. I just like to. I've read all this before, and I'm not going to sit here and read it through for the playthrough. But I like to exhaust all the dialogue just in case I'm missing something. So we're going to pass time until morning, so we're not running around at night. So we could go do our first dungeon. I don't know if Is this morning, really? Doesn't feel like morning. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it's just dark. Well, no, this seems more light. Anyway, alright. So, we'll go do that, we'll do that cave. We're gonna, again, sign up to say, hey, if anybody wants a level 0 tarnished, here I am. I mean, another thing I could do is to go get a shield, but a shield doesn't do me a lot of good without a weapon that I can one hand, so... Alright, still gonna keep killing these guys in hopes that somebody gives me a good drop. Let's see. It would be nice if I could get a level before we walk into the cave. So I could use this sword. Alright. Well, we'll certainly get a level in this cave. This might... Oh, we got to talk to her again. We'll do it. So, this might be a spectacular failure. Oh yeah, she's telling us that she doesn't remember what her purpose is, she doesn't know what she's created for, all that kind of good stuff, so... Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to go to our inventory and our equipment. We're going to equip in our left hand a torch so that we can see what we're doing in this cave. That's why we brought a torch. Alright, so we got a bunch of wolves here. Oh, okay, I died because I had the menu open. And I couldn't do anything. I didn't realize that I had the menu open, so I was trying to attack them and nothing was happening. You see how quickly I died? Ugh. I may not be ready for this. But anyway, we just resurrect back at the nearest site of grace, and now we gotta go get our runes back. Now that one is a little bit harder. See, the game works much better when you are when you're actually able to hit your attack button. Okay. Alright, there's an item back here, right? A cracked pot. I never use this as much as I probably should. Poor doggos. Alright. I'm not sure. There's a boss here. I'm wondering if we're going to be able to do this. Now, I think there's a good deal of light in the boss's room, so we can go ahead and two-hand our weapon. And let's see how we do. We might lose our 992 runes. That jump is always, these guys, that jump is always... I am not doing so good. Oh, man. Okay. So this is actually probably too hard for me with this. But the only way to get my runes is to come back in here and try. So let's talk about a rule for how I'm going to do this, is that if I have repeated attempts on a boss, I'm not going to show more than 3 of them. Because I just don't think that would be very entertaining to watch me just failing at a boss. I'm going to give this guy another shot to see if I can get my runes, though. But, you know, the showing I did there was really, really poor. So we can pick up our runes before we die. But the thing is if we can't beat this guy, they're locked here in this room, so... Yeah, that was a good hit. Another good hit. See, that thing that he's doing doesn't actually hurt me. This one's tough. Yeah, that one's tough that he does. Oh man, could be it. Heal, heal, heal. There we go. Got him. Okay. So, all of that was all about losing my runes and multiple attempts and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit overwrought. Yeah. Alright, so we got it. We got some extra runes. We're at 19. That might be enough to level twice. It means we can start using our sword, which is good. So we're going to return to the beginning. We're going to go ahead and use the Site of Grace to level up. Let's see, we're going to level up our strength, and I believe 12 is enough to be able to use our sword. So, and then we're going to put 1 into Vigor. Vigor increases your health. It's the most OP stat in this game. I mean, maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, so we're going to go to our equipment. We're going to equip the sword. It's going to tell us that we can't use it unless we're wielding it two-handed. But that's fine. So, we're going to go test it out. Oh. Get out of this menu and see how we do. But this should do a lot more damage. Yeah. So, kill all these guys. See if we can get a better one-handed sword. And of course, this could be a one-handed sword if I would level it all the way up to my strength. You can see the. I think it's what is it? 18, 16. See, if I look at this, it says, okay, 16. So if I level up to 16, I could one-hand it. The thing is that I really, like, strength doesn't do a lot for you at this stage in the game. At least that's my understanding. I would rather just put those stats somewhere else. And then, once you actually level up your weapons, the scaling starts getting a lot better. So, anyway, alright, we're back here again. We've already done this. So, we're just going to run past these guys. No, that is not the right button. Oh, it's because I haven't equipped Torrent. where I normally go. So that's the thing for Torrent. This is our mount that Melina gave us. It's right here. Alright, so here I was thinking that I would get the mixed physics, but actually I think, yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, for now I'm going to call this a wrap here, and so hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. I will see you next time on Winging It.